What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Definitely subscribe to the channel if you're new to this channel and you don't know nothing about this channel because this channel is real diverse of content. Check out some old videos and you'll understand what I'm saying. Definitely hit the like button after you watch the video, and if you like the topic, if it's something that people don't really talk about or need to expound upon on, or you like the way I talked about it, because you ain't gonna find nobody who talk about it like this. Now, basically, this video right here is talking about tree, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, on YouTube, they gonna demonetize me if I even say anything relating to what tree is. Y'all know what tree I'm talking about. And not only that, I can't really show any. You know the old deal. YouTube is real PG. So I'm gonna try to keep it real PG. Now, right now, I just want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. The things that it come with, and the things that people who don't tree know exactly what they're getting into, who just think that it looks good, and that's the smoking cigarettes used to be the tree of today. Back in the day, they used to be like, don't give in to peer pressure of smoking cigarettes. They give you a whole pack. If your parents found you smoking, they give you a whole pack, make you smoke. Well, now if you do that with tree, you can't do that with that. That would go definitely go left. If you found your kids smoking, so you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna give you some more. They'll pretty much love you to death. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, right now, I want to go and I want to expound upon pretty much just going into detail on what you getting yourself into, what you eventually find out after you tree for a long period of time. And it's pretty much the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, most people they do it because pretty much other people done did it. You know what I'm saying? People around them done influenced them, or they really undid it and realized, oh snap, it really is stress relief, or they the habit went too far. They used to be once in a while. Cause me, back when I didn't smoke, it was I used to be like, boom, I hold it in my cheeks. Oh nope, you know what? Pause on that one. Pause on that one. Don't even. Number one, y'all late. Number one, y'all late. You can leave. Put your pants back on. Or Oprah back. Listen, basically, I used to hold the smoke and be like, and and it out. You feel what I'm saying? Haha, no, I'm not doing the laugh track anymore. But basically, it's like that. So I tried not to inhale. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I did start, I was like 18. I finally did. It was some of the best quality. It was only three qualities: Dro, Hayes, and Reggie. You back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So he had the Hayes, and I didn't know what that was. Boom, and I was like, oh snap! Changed my life after that. After that, I grabbed one. All I was like, "Yo, I need one of these," because I never knew like this is real. This is what it does. I was happy talking on the phone all day, busting up with my homie on the phone. I'm like, "Yo, bro, this is what you was talking about. This is why you used to call me and be like, I'm so groovy right now. Now I get it. Now I'm calling you on the same time. I'm so groovy right. Like, all right, Pete. So boom." My homie used to call me all the time. I ain't really dig nothing up. I ain't think nothing of it when he used to tell me that he boom tree. So I'm like, okay, so boom, I did boom, and then next thing you know, I tried to roll. I was rolling. I cracked open the boom and put the boom in there with the guts. Tried to roll it back up. Taped the. It went left. Spilled it all on the ground. After that, I had to ask my homie like, "Yo, can you we me up because I don't know what I'm getting, I don't know what I'm doing." Everybody first time was pretty hilarious. You hear these stories, and I could make a whole daggone video right there, and it might go viral, just explaining that part when you first start and you get you now addicted. Now anyway, we gonna get into number one of the good, bad, and the ugly. This is the ugly part. Money. You start to realize money start to get involved in a negative way. You start to after a while, you start to spend too much money on it. When you first start out, you be like, all right, cool, 1, 5 every now and again, cool. Next thing you know, that begins 10. Then you getting like 5. Then you introduce to what weight is, and then you like, all right, I'll grab a water, little water. You know what I mean? Then that became like, you know what I mean? Now it was the waters of Reggie. Back in the day, you start out with Reggie first. It's the water, and then you get the half. That's $50, and then you get an ounce. That's a bean. Now, when it comes to an exotic, you know what I mean? it's just double that price. You dig what I'm saying? Now you start to spend more and more money on, then you start to want more and more different quality of it, and then the habit begins to go too far. Now you want to be the one who's all the time, treat all the time. You the man, I'm the best at this. Like it's not even that serious. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Start to brag and overdo it. It's like when we talk about systems, they meant to serve the people, then the people become servants of the system. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's that same thing with it's like you start out, you know what I mean, recreationally every now and again, and now you begin to slave to the habit. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Now we gonna go into nobody take you serious after a while. Oh yeah, after a while you start to tree for a little bit, nobody take you serious. People start to look at you and be like, yeah, but you the boy who be behind the building, you know what I mean, like a kid or whatever, sitting there trying to get your puff on. No, people who don't take you serious. Not only that, certain job qualities you can't get. I mean, certain job qualifications, like certain jobs need you to not as a qualification. They're going to see you and be like, yeah, but we don't trust you because everybody untreat every now and then again in their life, and they know the negative effects of it. You know what I'm saying? Some of the negative effects I'm gonna get into on here, but those negative effects is going to affect your job because especially if you real addicted or whatever, or even if you got a card for it and it's medically, we know what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people work ethic go crazy. That's some of the good stuff, but some people not all the time. Some people is very ignorant when it comes to that, and it affects their work whether they like it or not. Some people work better. I was ones who worked better when I did treat, and then that was the ones who, you know what I'm saying. Then next thing you know, I knew what the slacking off was like as well because not every you gonna have a good day. Sometimes you be on your like, whoa, this is a little too good, you know, top shelf. Then you know what I mean. All the money you spend on, you gonna start getting pissed with the money part. You know what I'm saying? It start to get expensive, and then you start to increase your habit too much, and now you're doing it too much, and you want the highest quality, and then now everybody you hang around do it, and now you did, and then the money started going. And then when you quit, most people quit because they run out of money. And number two, nobody take you serious because number one, number one. That's another reason why nobody take you serious because they know money is involved. They know the quality and how you get a little addiction habit and you want the best quality and all that good stuff. But anyway, number three is, you know what I'm saying? You start to feel caged in, restricted, anxiety, anxious. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about the times where you be and then you just sleep all day or you just and you just want to sit around the crib and do nothing, or you just that sounds cool when you got nothing to do, or if you but when you got productive stuff to do and it start to hinder you and you start to realize, dang man, this is starting to affect me in my real life, you start to feel caged in, restricted, and anxious and anxiety from all day. Like I'm sorry, but it does change your life in a negative way at times. You really gotta look at it and be like, dang, you start to look at your life and be like, yo, man, maybe you start to do it too much. It happens to everybody. You're going to start to do it too much. That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's real sad because we all go through it. People who smoke, you know what I mean? They go through it. They don't talk about it because they so happy with it, or they think they so happy with it, or because it's just habit. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. You start to ignore mental health problems. That's number 4 or 5, whatever. You start to think that that is your mental health. That is the what's helping. But really, some people be having real mental health problems and they think that solves it all. No. Some people really need to go to real therapy. Some people really need real help. And it's nobody out there. Everybody just smoke. Just take the you know what I'm saying? And then they not really talking about the negative effects of what that come with as well. Especially if that person can't afford it, or now they starting to hang around you and become a leech around you because you do it, and that pull of wanting to is so strong. You dig what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, so we're gonna go into number 4, number 5, or whatever we on. But anyway, you start to ignore your mental health. You start to ignore health in general. You start to be lazy. You start to just all the pain away. You dig what I'm saying? And then you start to realize your kids need a better example because you're starting to neglect certain things that you're supposed to, you know what I mean? That hinders you from. Like it make you isolate yourself a little bit. You won't go out as much, or you think that you're comfortable no matter where you go because as long as you got that, And most times, where people most comfortable in their own home. Now, I know it could be dangerous outside or whatever. I know it just depending on environment or if that's a good thing to have it to be able to chill in your crib all day or not. It is quarantine season right now, so I guess that'd be a good thing to have it to be able to sit around the crib all day. However, don't forget it messes up your productivity at times, make you sleep on certain things or whatever. And then when it comes to your kid, you start to neglect. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like making that food right now. Leave me alone. I'm going to sleep. Like, and you can't say that don't happen sometimes because sometimes the groove get a little a hold of you, and you be sitting there like, dang, I know I should have did that at this time, or I should have did that, and you start to get lazy, you start to neglect time. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, you want to be more serious. Some people, number 5 or 6, whatever, you want to be more serious in life, but it's hard because it makes you goofy. It makes you a little euphoric. It makes you, you know what? Don't worry about that. F them damn lights. You dig what I'm saying? And that stuff is real. Like when Cat Williams was talking, that stuff is real. I got stuff to do. You dig what I'm saying? The potency, you don't know the THC level. People don't even talk about like what how it was grown, what kind it is. You know what I'm saying or whatever. Most people don't tell you the what kind it is because they don't want you to tell you that that's the cheaper brand from the dispensary that's probably cheaper than Reggie, but just look like some exotic or it's really CBD, but they don't want to tell you the name of it or whatever the case may be. But anyway, you don't really know how it's grown, what's the real THC, all that stuff, the levels and all that stuff. So pretty much it be affecting people. This affects people this way. This you don't even know your favorite type of tree. People don't even got a favorite type. You know what I'm saying? Because they so used to buying this, that, and the third. We don't even. It's all over the place. So you might like this type more than this type, or this type more than this, or this, but this might affect you more than this. But it's so random. You just randomly grabbing off of so many different people or whatever, and pretty much we be looking at it like, damn, like you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like it starts to overwhelm you and it starts to affect you differently and it has a lot of negative effects. You know what I'm saying? As well as good effects, but you do start to neglect responsibilities. At one point, you really do neglect them to a little extent or to a large extent. And people don't really want to talk about you talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Then when you want to be taken more serious or whatever, it make you goofy and you got all these different effects to the trees that people don't talk about. Yeah, you be relaxed, but sometimes you be relaxed at a time where you're supposed to be like, oh snap, I was supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to be relaxed all the daggone time. You know what I'm saying? It just be a back to back to back to back thing. Like I gotta do it again, gotta do it again, gotta do it again. It's like enough be never enough for some people. You dig what I'm saying? But then we're gonna go into you want to feel free of that tie that it has. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel free of it. It's like a tie that it has to your soul. You want to feel free of something that just makes you want to do this or makes you want to do. You want to feel free because it has a pull on your soul. You dig? Like it's I can't really explain it, but it'd be like, yo, man, like I gotta do it now. Like, yo, man, when you get home, you gonna do this. This going to solve it all. All you gotta do is get home. Like, it start talking to you. Like, man, just go home and do that. Man, don't even worry about that. You got some tree when you go home. Man, don't worry about it. It start to affect you in a way where it start to talk to you. It's like a pull. And you're like, I need to leave that person alone because it's making me spend a little too much money on it. It's making me neglect my responsibilities. Or it's making me all the stuff from 1, 2, and 3. It's making me realize, like, damn, I need to, trees is getting on my nerves. Like, it's really a pull. I want to get away from that pull. I don't want to feel like I have to go home and do something, or I don't want. I don't want to. I gotta. Damn. Let me drink some water. That's what I gotta do. Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to get through the video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to put your pants back on. But anyway, yeah, yo, that pull. You want to get rid of that pull. You know what I'm saying? You want to stop being anxious. You want to stop being irritated or irritable. You want to feel changed. You dig what I'm saying? And you don't want to feel caged in or whatever. You dig? So anyway, you want to enjoy life without it. Basically, you want to get rid of that pull. You want to enjoy life without any addictions to anything. Maybe you just want to just start to eat healthy, and you can't eat healthy because you're so used to trees making you want to eat this, that, and the third, or whatever is around you. You don't really care about eating healthy no more. You just don't. You can't really focus. You can't really. You're bipolar when it comes to your appetite. You develop a bipolar appetite. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, that's another thing. So you want to feel free of that pull. You want to enjoy life without it. You know what I mean? You want to sometimes you want to sacrifice your addiction for a higher calling, maybe even God or just a new start. You got to sacrifice something and you feel that's the best thing to sacrifice and that's the main thing that you need to get away from that's having you do most of the negative stuff anyway. Trees ain't always all good or overindulging. It definitely have a negative effect on your life after a long period of time. Like for me, it's been years of a struggle with that pull. But once you realize that, oh, it's not really addictive, you can just stop. And I don't want to get into that part right now. Yeah, once you realize like certain things, you realize, wow, this start to come out as you realize once you get away from it, or once you once you don't do it at all, or when this stuff that people already know, and this stuff that people who do it don't really pay attention to, or whatever. It's from a conscious standpoint. But anyway, let's keep on going. Maybe you want to sacrifice it. It could be the perfect sacrifice to start anew. You know what I'm saying? You want to be clear minded, focused, driven, energetic. You tired of being tired, lazy, you know what I mean, lethargic, euphoric, all you know what I'm saying, all the time. Well, let me just turn on music. Like, come on, you can't be groovy all the time. It really do have you looking at responsibilities like, man, I don't even got time for that right now. Let me just smoke and then work and get done. Like, come on. Like, sometimes you really got to check yourself. You want to be clear minded. You want to be focused. You want to be driven, and you don't want to have nothing deter you away from your calling. You want to stay on your, whatever it keeps you. And I'm not saying that you can't smoke and do that, but sometimes you overindulging in it has a negative effect when you comes to your goals. It just does. After a while, it might be hot to a higher extent or to but yes, it does. Then you want to learn what emotions you have and how to control them. Because dudes, we have just spoke away all our emotions. You dig what I'm saying? But when you stop and stop coming up with like excuses for your and really deal with them, and you don't have no scapegoat, then it teaches you how to become a better person in general. Because now you're not just as just stress relief. You now have a different way of stress relief, or you have a better way, or the way you've been using before. Now you like monopolize off of those ways to use it as stress relief. You dig what I'm saying? It's like using just natural. Sometimes it's meditation and just breathing, just that alone. Because meditation and they contradict each other. I've been experienced that this for quite a while now. I know that meditation and they contradict each other. You know what I'm saying? They go like you will smoke and you will think that meditation and that, but nope, one puts you to sleep and one brings you the universal energy. They contradict each other. But we ain't gonna go into that. I can make a whole video on that if you want me to, of like meditations and the energy and all that good stuff and how that is like a cock block to that. But anyway, we're gonna keep on going. You wanna be more clear minded, focused, driven, and energetic. That's what meditation brings. But when you and then do that, you know what I mean? And they contradict each other. Now, anyway, you want to learn what emotions you have and how to control them. Not only that, you want to find real happiness. Happiness without something physical. Happiness that's on the inside that nothing can take away from you and that you don't need nothing to manipulate. You dig what I'm saying? Because you realize that, I mean, sometimes we're going to go into the next one. It can ruin your meditations. I was just talking about the meditation. We're gonna go into number 7 or 8 or whatever. It ruins your meditations. See, sometimes you be like, and too tired to like 2 or 3 or 4 rounds. Sometimes you give me a minute. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it take it. Sometimes it be like, yo, you and we both too groovy to even. You know what I mean? It don't even like I don't even got like yeah, y'all slept with each other literally. Slept right next to each other. You know what I'm saying? So it be like that sometimes. You dig what I'm saying? And it wasn't even that funny, but it's just keeping it a buck. You dig? Now we gonna go into and it ruins your meditations. You be sitting up there trying to have a meditation, end up sleep for longer than like you ate a brownie or something. You dig? Now you want to be able to exercise more, but you can't stay exercising more because that pretty much takes away the energy to exercise or whatever. I don't know what this was, but we just going for instance I was dancing. But it can ruin your exercises. You be trying to exercise every day, but you so used to the ritual of doing this, and that contradicts energy. You know, sometimes it brings you. Sometimes it be like, nah, I don't feel like working out today. Or no, I don't feel like working today because I just did that. So now I gotta wait 3 hours, and then 3 hours later, you just rolling up another one. You ain't even get to the business. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, it helps you deal with being more disciplined. Yes, you become more disciplined. You know what I mean? It's 11 or 12 or whatever. You become more disciplined when you stop, or you want to become more disciplined to stop, and that is one of the benefits that come with it. You become more disciplined, more structured. You start to use other things to do every single day as ritual instead of that taking being your main ritual. You dig what I'm saying? You start to I'm gonna do 100 push-ups every day. You dig what I'm saying? And when you every day you be like, I don't feel like, all right, I'm tired of it. But when you do that, it'd be every other day if you do that because it takes away your energy or your motivation to do it because you be motivated to do this more than anything. You dig what I'm saying? It overwhelms your psyche. Now we gonna go into now. All right, you know what I mean? Scheduling, budgeting, and health. It ruins scheduling. It ruins budgeting because you could be like, all right, I got enough for some extra special ish now. And now in the grams or whatever, now you just order more of that because that's the ultimate, because that fits your dopamine and that it fits it perfectly. It's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go and get that. I'm gonna go and get that. I'm gonna go and get that and spend all your money on it. It messes up your budgeting because now you can afford more of what you love to do the most. You dig what I'm saying? So scheduling, budgeting, and your health. Not eating healthy. You dig what I'm saying? I don't care what you say. You could try your best to be a vegetarian, but all it's going to do is going to tear your little appetite apart. Every time you going to try, I had to hit my alarm off. You going to fail. We all done tried it. You know what I mean? Pothead vegetarians. Like, come on. So I'm just saying, yo. I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. I'm keeping it a buck this whole video. No jokes. Nothing was written down. I'm just keeping it a buck this whole video. You dig what I'm saying? The only thing that's written down is a few like things that I wrote down over time of like negative effects and positive. But really, I'm just keeping it like some of this stuff I'm just freestyle to you. Some of this stuff I'm just adding to it. You be way more sleepy, lazy, drowsy, sucker, and we don't want to admit that part. It could be at the job. It could be at home. Some people they don't show it. You will never know because they're so productive or so they work so well around you. But they feeling like ish on the inside. Eyes burning. You ever be at school? You want one up and then your eyes burning. You can't stay up. You sleep first period, second, third period. You up. Fourth period. You just want to smoke again. Ruins your whole schoolhood every morning. Every mid school. You outside trying to. You ain't even ruin school. But anyway, we're going to continue. For some people, you can't speak well, look dumb sometimes. Hmm? That ever happen? You be mid conversation and forget everything you're talking about. Wait, what was number? You feel me? You forget everything you talk about. I gotta stop cussing. I'm trying to keep it PG. Forget everything. So that's another thing. You ever look dumb mid conversation, or you ever look dumb in front of somebody, or you ever slur your words, or you ever, yeah, man, like you be talking to somebody, you like, I can't, man, forget it. Or you be hearing songs all your life, and you can't remember words for nothing. That's how unfocused your psyche is. It's just, but this is the negative things that come with trees. You dig what I'm saying? Now, sometimes you be need it be making you neglect necessities in life. You'll rather trees than certain bills. You feel what I'm saying? And that it be sad because it could be some important stuff, and you'll neglect that, but make sure you got an L in your hand. You be needing to pay certain things on time. You be like, nah, but I definitely got an L in my hand though. Problems still be there right after the L. How lasts for a couple of hours and then you back to normal and just a little tired version of yourself you was 3 hours ago. You think thoughts you don't want to think. You become carnal and worldly by nature. You have a false sense of security and it leads to other addictions. You be like, dang, I can't find no treat. Well, what you, man, I'll take a cigarette. Let me, what cigarettes do for you? You ain't never smoked cigarettes before. Well, I do now because I need something that's stress relief and the oral fixation of me doing that. I just need something to do that right now. And I don't even care if it get me or not. You start to have unusual fears. You start to develop different types of fears. You start to get old. You start to grow out of it. You start to get too old for it. You start to be like, dang man, like what am I doing this for? Am I doing this just to fit in or to be cool or to actually have some type of stress relief? You dig what I'm saying? You be driven from people in your life. Like you really like it be people in your life and you be like real isolated, you be real closed, you don't really want to hang around people. You want to stop BSing and you want to get it together. You got to be better than the addiction. And then you finally can get your life together after you stop because now you can focus on other things. It's weird being addicted to it because nobody want to talk about it because everybody makes is every music video about it and everything like that. You dig what I'm saying? But it's hard. But you got to ask yourself, who are you without it? You dig? Can you work out? Do you have a real appetite? Are you tired of being tired all the time? You dig? Like you be having good ideas and no energy. You know what I mean? Things be moving a little too fast in relationships, all because you thinking because we hooked together that everything gonna be cool, but the vibe's not even right. But you thinking just because we everything gonna be cool. You don't even really want to talk to people. You be isolated. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Nobody wants to like you can hang around people, but you only hanging around people who do it. So then when you try to stop, it's even harder. It ruins plans and inspirations and your goals. It gives you a false sense of some type of reward that you never really earned. Oh yeah, you be groovy for a little bit. You get to listen to some music, and then you gotta deal with real problems that's still gonna be there after the high is gone. Oh yeah, you got a little oral fixation. That's pause on that one. A little comic relief. You got a little oral fixation, but now you're starting to do other stuff like vapes and all that, oils now and all that. That stuff is made with chemicals and all. But you start to now you want to use oils and stuff. You dig what I'm saying? Now you starting to dab and all that, and I ain't talking about the dance. You doing that? Yeah, sent to a hospital. You dig what I'm saying? You be up to a war. You thinking that you ain't never come up with a remedy for sleep. You probably cured that remedy of. Remember back in the day where you couldn't sleep? Well, give it a week off a tree and you probably could sleep now. But you've been smoking so long that you don't even realize that that narcoleptic, whatever they call it, is probably cured. But you've been treat so long, you don't know yet because you never gave yourself a chance because you never let it go. Or you never said, you know what, let me fall back a little bit. Let me, get it together and see if I could sleep now. Let me take a little couple days off or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, you get to chill and all that good stuff. You get to hang around people, you get alone, it builds relationships fast or whatever, but it also ruins them. You know what I mean? Like, trees is cool. Trees be cool. You dig what I'm saying? Somebody's calling me, so I have to, dig the call. Trees be cool and everything, y'all. But look, you gotta have a life at the end of the day, and you make sure that you're able to afford it. Don't be forcing this onto other people because it's an addiction at the end of the day. Whether we like it or not. Yeah, it's fun to do every now and then again, but overindulging or overdoing it, you start to have real psychological problems over time. This your boy SIG. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm outie like a belly button. Peace. But before I go, it ain't that deep. Like it ain't this deep. You know what I mean? For some people, because some people they know how to do it in moderation. You know, so not everybody is trying to, you know what I mean, out here. It does keep you away from a lot of drama. It does keep you, you know what I mean, isolated. Sometimes isolated in a bad area is a good thing. That's why most people in the hood do it. You dig what I'm saying? It's the lesser of the crimes, and it kind of let the bad people in your neighborhood know that, hey, I got, you know what I mean, oh, you know what I mean, the chill side, the hood side too. That's my little twist over here. That's my little. And sometimes it keep you out of drama because they be like, yo, that's the bull who grab off me all the time. Man, leave him alone. That's messed up, but it's the truth. But look, it also keep you a little street smart. You dig what I'm saying? Because you gotta be street to even find it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's illegal. You know what I mean? But it also can get you in some street trouble if you know what I mean, around the wrong area or whatever. Around, like in Philly, it's not that deep, but it is what it is. But it's not to judge people who tree all day. You know what I mean? Every now and then again, boom, like there's nothing wrong with it. But know that everything has a negative and positive effect. You know what I'm saying? It's an up and down to everything. So we can't just talk about all the positives as if, you know what I mean, everybody, you know what I mean, everybody in the world, like people who quit didn't have a reason to. You can't sit there and look at them and be like, oh man, they just couldn't afford it. Not every time. No, sometimes it's a reason after reason after reason of why you should quit or things you should look at while you're doing it to let you know or to G check yourself like maybe I don't know. Hold up. Maybe I should, I mean, rethink, or maybe I should moderate, or how much I do it, or maybe I should fall back because my kid's staring at me and I be hanging around smoke or something. So you got, you know what I mean? Like maybe like question things like that because number one, it ruins job opportunities. You know what I'm saying? It have people looking at you, especially if you a parent. It have people looking at you like, I don't know what's going on in their household. DHS, you dig? It have you it and it makes it easy for other people to have to drop on you. Because if it's some illegal thing or some type of legal situation, all they gotta do is be like, what? He smoked. Done you. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it a buck with you. Yeah, treat cool sometime. Yeah, cool. I mean, but just negative effects as well. Anyway, I'm outie. Peace. Definitely check out other videos and stuff, man. This is me vibing with y'all. I like to keep it a buck with you guys, you know what I'm saying? I probably could have wrote down 1,000 more things, good and bad, but not too many videos talking about the good and bad. So, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that like button on up before, brother. One.